We are live today. Hello, good morning, salam. Hello, everybody globally. This is Fatima Omar Khamissa, and we are continuing our expert interview series. And today I have a wonderful sister. She is an extraordinary woman. I've met her, I've been in her energy. Let me introduce you to Mubarakah Ibrahim, the first Muslimah. Mubarakah, welcome.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here. You know, it is always going to be a good time when we get together and chat.
Oh my God, we couldn't get this thing going because we were talking so much.
You know?
It's so good. So let me introduce you to this remarkable woman, wife, grandmother. I know this is a title that's really important to both of us. And so Mubarakah Ibrahim is a health and fitness expert and business leader. Yep, she's someone I look up to. She helps women reshape their mind, their body, and their business so they can show up as their healthiest, happy selves in every area of their life. She has also been a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. She's been featured in New York Times and Experience Magazine, the front page business feature in Chicago Tribune. Mubarak has also been invited to the White House twice during President Barack Obama's terms. I know I saw her pictures. I was jumping up and down, both for her contribution for health and fitness in America and as a small business owner and entrepreneur. Now, let me tell you the most important part, if you thought that was important. She's a wife, a mom, and a queen mother to beautiful, beautiful princess, and she lives online on all her platforms as Fit Muslimah with an A-H. So honored to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I choose the title Queen Mother instead of grandmother. So if anybody was wondering the difference.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And if you ever second guess Mubarakah's energy, I've been to Connecticut and we met at Reviving the Islamic Spirit. She's like this all the time. She's fantastic. She's fun. She's energetic. And you've got to take extra vitamins to keep up with this woman. Okay. So Mubarakah, you know, I've seen your videos online. I've seen you and your daughters. You've got 3 now because your sons have been married, and so wonderful. But tell us a little bit about your history. What was that magnet that drew you into a career in health and fitness?
So I consider my career in health and fitness to have 2 really defining moments. One moment is when I was a little girl. So I am number 5 of 6 children. And my mother got gestational diabetes when she was pregnant with my little sister. And it never went away. Like 70% of women who actually get gestational diabetes, it advances to type 2 diabetes. And she was one of those women. So growing up, my mother suffered from uncontrolled diabetes. She really did not know, how to take care of herself. And I remember a particular conversation with me and my sisters sitting around talking about all of the physical attributes that we've inherited from our mother and our father, like who got her long, lean legs and who got her soft curls and who's going to get her diabetes. And it was just like a physical attribute. And I can remember at a young age, I must have been about 10 or 12 when I remember having this conversation. All I knew in my mind was, I'll take everything else, but I'm not going to get the diabetes part. I don't know how I'm going to avoid that, but I'm not doing that part because I saw how it really affected the quality of life. And so my first interest in health and wellness really came as a way of rejecting getting bad health. I did not want to follow the pattern of my mother who had diabetes, her mother had diabetes, her father had diabetes. My dad died when he was 55 from a stroke induced by high blood pressure. We don't think he even knew he had high blood pressure. Everyone who has died on his side, as far as his siblings, have all had high blood pressure, strokes, and aneurysms due to high blood pressure. So I have a really strong family history of health diseases. And so my interest in health and fitness is first for myself, right? So that's super important. My second I think, defining moment into health and fitness really is my own journey. When I was pregnant with my first son, when I was 6 months pregnant, my pelvic bone collapsed. And I literally could not walk for my last trimester. I was in a wheelchair for 3 months. And as you can imagine, I gained a lot of weight. So when I got pregnant, I was 115 pounds. When I gave birth, I was 198 pounds. And when I would love to say it was mostly baby, but my 6-week appointment, I was 186 pounds. So it really was mostly me.
Let's blame the baby.
Right? I would love to blame the baby. However, he was only 7.5 pounds. Right?
I know. Blame the baby.
And it really scared me and made me go back to that that conversation with my sisters, because I knew at this point in my life that like weight had a lot to do with bringing on these diseases that you have a genetic propensity towards, but not a guarantee. And that's really important. And so that was really the turning point of me saying, okay, this is important for my health. But then something really important happened to me. I lost the weight, and many of the women in my community started asking me, like, Mubarakah, how did you lose your baby weight? Can you help me? And I was helping a friend one day with her program, and she looked at me and she said, you know what, Mubarakah, you're pretty good at this. You should become a personal trainer. And I looked at her and I was like, you could make money doing this? And that was the turning point of when I turned my passion into profit.
I love it. I love it. How many of us have had those moments where I've said, what? There's a business plan here? I can make money. I've been just doing this for free.
Exactly.
Right? Whether it's advice or herbs or essential oils or fitness, we've all pretended we've been Costco giving out freebies and samples this whole time. Oh my God, I love that. I really, and you bring up a really important thing, like gaining weight will allow some of these diseases or conditions, but not necessarily so, because we have the ability to change it and make a decision and say, I am not genetically disposed to it. I refuse to inherit this from my family. And when you said your dad passed away at 55, I'm just like 24 months away from that, like less than that, And I just think to myself, this could happen to us at any time, any place, because we don't know. And 55 is so young, like there's a lifetime ahead. Like when I look at my life, I'm like, I'm planning to do all of these online courses and teach women till I'm 100. I'll be there in the wheelchair and the cane doing videos. Let me tell you, okay?
I want to show you my new wheels.
I know. So you have worked with so many women, thousands and thousands, online, offline. I got a really wonderful tour of your studio, even when I came down to Connecticut. But when you look at the overall picture from your bird's eye point of view, what are the top 3 things people should stop doing? And the top 3 things people should start doing to transform whatever they're going through to a healthier, more productive, happier lifestyle?
So top 3 of stop doing. So the first thing that I would tell people is stop eating so much added sugar. And I am like a broken record for this, and I will continue to be a broken record, because I really think that is the crux of where a lot of ailments start, right? So we know now that even things that we thought was associated to other nutrients, so for example, high cholesterol. High cholesterol actually starts with the overconsumption of sugar, not the overconsumption of fat. So stop eating so much sugar. That is going to be
such a poison, isn't it?
It really wreaks havoc on the system. It's so interesting because I just shared a video with my group yesterday about the production of sugar. And we like to romanticize our food system, right? Like, oh, sugar is natural. It comes from sugar cane, or I eat raw sugar, or I eat natural sugar. But just taking sugar from a sugar cane to get it into a crystallized form, they bleach it, they add chemicals to it, they add solvents to it. It is an entire process, right? So it is a very processed food. But more importantly, it sends your hormones awry. What sugar does is it raises your insulin level, and your insulin is a domino hormone, and it throws off everything. Raised insulin is not just about developing diabetes. It develops inflammation. We know that it puts you at risk for more belly fat, which is going to put you at risk for heart disease. It is really a domino effect. So the first thing that I would want people to stop doing is stop eating sugar and sweeteners. So if you can go cold turkey for 10 full days, you will break your sugar addiction. So that is the number one thing. The second thing that I would have to tell people is stop pretending like you're Superwoman and getting 3 hours of sleep a night. You're like, sleep is a health habit. You have to sleep to restore yourself. Your detoxification process happens when you're asleep. Your brain actually stores memory when you're asleep. When you're not getting enough sleep, it is going to affect everything. You think that you're working at 100%, but you're really working at about a 55%. Simply because your brain is not able to absorb, hold, or store as much information if you aren't getting sufficient sleep. So stop the Superwoman syndrome. It's okay to be a human being and actually need rest.
In fact, do you know that they use lack of sleep as a punishment in some places in jails and countries?
Yes, yes.
So they must be onto something. They know what it does to us.
And they've actually done studies, and they've said that where people who got 3 hours of sleep, their driving skills was equivalent to being the legal definition of being drunk. That is why. It's really, even one of my sons, when I told him that I would teach him how to drive, and I knew he's notorious for not going to bed at night. When he would come over and say, okay, I'm ready for my driving lesson, the first thing that I would ask him, like, how much sleep did you get last night? Oh, I only got 4 hours. I'm like, nope, not getting behind my wheel. Nope. I was really strict on that, especially when it comes to things like driving. Like, we really have to be more cognizant of this idea that we don't need as much sleep. And for women in particular, what we should know is that women need more sleep than men. That sounds crazy because we're the moms, we're the breastfeeders, we go through the pregnancy and we tend to get less sleep. But we actually need, research shows that we actually need more sleep. So guys are recommended to get between 7 and 8 hours. Women are recommended to get between 7 and 9 hours. And the reason why we need, and I swear this is not a feminist statement, it is proven by science, we use more of our brain than men.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, sister. Yes, we do.
It.
You know, you've got sons, I've got sons, and let me tell you, I know, honey, I know.
But here's the interesting thing that research has shown is that, so they did this one study where they hooked up the electrodes to the head to see what part of the brain was being activated with a task. And they gave men a very simple, and women a very simple task. So you know the little children's toy where you have to put the square block inside of the square, the circle inside of the circle. Yeah. That's the simple task that they had people to do. And when men did the task, one area of their brain lit up. They were completely focused. Okay, this is a to-do task. And so that area of their brain lit up. When women did the exact same task, multiple areas of the brain lit up. So we're never using just one of our parts of our brain like men. So when they say like men have a one-track mind, it's scientifically proven they actually do.
I know.
So
Yeah.
women use more of their brain doing the exact same thing that men do. And as a result, we actually need more rest for our brain to restore and recover afterwards.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we've got stop the sugar, start sleeping, and what's the third thing that we need to stop doing?
The third thing that we need to stop doing is stressing all of the time. Learn to manage your stress. Not that we will never be stressed, because stress is a natural part of life, right? Whether you are a baby that's crying because your pamper needs to be changed, or an elderly person worried about whether or not you'll have to go inside of a home. We will have stress throughout our entire lives. But having the stress and then coming out of stress mode is super important, right? We have to learn not to stay in fight or flight. So de-stressing is definitely number 3. Learning how to manage that stress via using mindfulness techniques, using meditation, using breath work, doing physical activity, right? Something physical. One quick technique that I use if I'm getting ready to do something that I'm really nervous about, I will literally just get up and do 30 air squats, or sometimes sneak in a corner somewhere. Just to release the energy and the anxiety of whatever I'm getting ready to face. And it happens in both good and bad situations, but it also helps to dissipate the anxiety energy. It dissipates the fear. A lot of people don't think about how your physical movement is actually redirecting your energy, because it's really about the energy and where it's focused at in that moment. And so if you can redirect that energy, it actually decreases not just stress mentally, but all your stress hormones.
That's amazing. Yes, because it's inside of you, so you just want to get it out so it doesn't affect you. Now, the 3 things people should start doing for a healthy lifestyle.
So the first thing is do intentional movement every single day. So this does not mean that you have to go to the gym and spend an hour, 2 hours. If you're just starting off, start off with 10 minutes. You know what? I'm going to commit to 10 minutes. I'm going to walk around my block one time. Right? That physical movement, human beings are meant to move. When you're first starting off, it doesn't matter if you're going, as hard as you possibly can. You have to create the habit of moving on a daily basis. Movement is going to improve everything from your mood. We know that moderate exercise is just as effective as Prozac, a depression medicine. You can literally exercise and do movement instead of taking medicine if you have moderate depression, right? So, and again, I always like to give a side note, definitely talk to your healthcare provider. But I know that this is so, I have literally been the prescription for clients, right? There are therapists in my area that will write their clients a prescription to work out, and they use that, get my personal training service, and the insurance company actually reimburses them now because it is a prescription for depression. So intentional movement every single day. That is something that everybody needs to start to do. The second thing that I'm going to say is have a dark leafy green every day, a cooked dark leafy green. So this does not include lettuce. Okay, you have to be able to cook it. Lettuce have a very minuscule amount of nutrients in it. So I'm talking cabbage, kale, collard, spring greens, mustard greens, anything that is dark leafy and that you cooked, right? Even if it's just nice sauteed like in spinach, or you have to cook for a longer amount of time like collard greens. All of these greens has an abundance of nutrients in it. Not only are they antioxidants, but they're also what we call angiogenesis inhibiting food, which is a process which lowers the amount of weight that you have. They are literally ways for you to lose weight and maintain a healthy weight. So getting in the habit of eating a dark leafy green every single day, in addition to all of the other vegetables that I know you're going to eat. So that's number 2. And the third thing that I think that people really need to add to their everyday kind of like, I need to do this every day, is do one thing that brings you joy every single day, right? So if that joy is, hey, I'm going to do one more thing for my business because it's going to get me closer to my goal. Or, you know what, I really miss this girlfriend. I'm going to arrange a Zoom and I'm going to talk. Now we have to arrange a Zoom. We can't go meet for coffee and stuff.
I know.
So one thing that brings you joy every single day, I find that with several of my clients is that they are like pushing, and they say, well, I'm going to go on vacation at the end of the month. I'm going to go on vacation. But what happens until you get to the end of the month, right? You have 3 weeks or 5 weeks where you're super stressed. Do one thing that brings you joy every single day so that you can mitigate your stress level, so that you can enjoy your life, and vacation becomes the extra. And you don't have to, get on vacation. We have a really bad habit of like, I'm going on vacation, but the first 2 days I'm just going to sleep.
I know.
Right?
I know.
That's what happens when you let the stress build up, right? Go on vacation and enjoy your vacation when you get there, because
I love that. So bring in joy, find out what creates joy for you, and go do it today or tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, I got a final question for you. I know I can speak to you the whole day because you're such a wealth of information. You've got an amazing belly fat challenge. Tell us about this highly effective burn belly fat challenge. And I'm going to put the banner up so the ladies will know where to find it.
So I do a 40-day challenge that I challenge women to balance their hormones, lose weight, and kickstart a healthy lifestyle with eating whole foods and doing intentional movement. When people join my program, I personally coach with live Zooms every single week. And the program actually has a cash prize. At the end of every 40 days, the woman that loses the greatest percentage of her overall body weight wins $500. So I personally send her $500. It is an awesome challenge because you get a complete menu and meal plan, a complete workout guide with exercise video. You join our private community and you get live coaching along the entire way. And just so happened the weekend that we're doing this, today is Black Friday, and I am offering a BOGO, which is you buy one challenge, you get one free. So you get to coach with me for 12 whole weeks instead of just 6. It is an amazing challenge. If anybody's interested in finding out more, they can go to MR40Method.com, because I can go on all day about this, but it's my baby. I love it. It's very effective. People do amazing in this challenge, which is why it's one of my most popular programs.
That's awesome. So you get meals, you get videos, you get the support, you get whatever you want from you. Plus, if you're the winner and you're the biggest loser, or whatever you want to call it, you're going to get $500 showing up at the door. How can you? This is a win-win, and you get Mubarakah.
Yes, definitely a win-win.
So ladies, go to MR40Method.com. And some of the sisters here are saying, wow, the challenge sounds amazing. If you give StreamYard permission to show your name, then your name will pop up here. And so people are enjoying what you have to say, Mubarakah. Thank you so much for sharing those amazing, wonderful tips and tools and techniques, because I know that I have followed you for years as a friend and a mentor. And when Ramadan comes around, you're the first person I go to, because you always help us to be able to sustain ourselves during the long fasting months and all the vitamins and nutrition. And I know you've got this upcoming Ramadan that's coming. The ladies should connect with you because you've got a super awesome offer where you've even got supplements that you're going to be introducing to the community. So I'm really excited about that.
Absolutely. Yes. It is always such a pleasure every time we talk. We connect often because I think that we have the same energy and we both are focused on doing very similar things, which is improving other people's lives. I think that that's awesome. So
Absolutely.
tell me about you and what you have been up to. So we know that you left an abusive marriage after 21 years and you took your 5 kids and went on a transformation journey to recreate your life. So now you are a best-selling author, an entrepreneur, and you empower women to be successful without sacrificing themselves. Tell me more about what you have been up to and what you're planning.
I am planning an amazing, amazing challenge that's coming up, and it's all free. It's happening here December the 7th. It's all happening online here on my Facebook group. And I'm so excited because Mubarakah, it's giving me an opportunity to show women with, we usually charge tens of thousands of dollars for our coach training. And so I thought to myself, at the end of 2020, and it has been an unprecedented year, it has been a crazy year. So many things have happened in so many countries, and people have had challenges. And I thought to myself, when I sat down with my team, I said, how can we make this such an amazing epic of an end? And let's position people a very powerful way for 2021. So what we did was we created a 5-day workshop, all free. Every single day, we're building on the next day. So mindset, packaging, credibility, pricing, everything that I did to go from welfare mom to what I'm doing today. And we're not holding anything back. We've got a workbook. We even have a special training tomorrow where I teach everyone the best coaching questions to ask to get to 100K in the next 12 months. Again, no charge whatsoever. And all you have to do is go to likeaqueenworkshop.com, sign up, and guess what? We're going to give them everything free of charge.
I think a lot of people are probably hesitant to say, like, okay, there's so many crazy things going on. Can I really do this? Is this the time? Why is this the best time for women to do this?
That's such a great question. And I'll tell you, every time we go through a crisis, 9/11, the recession in 2008, and now 2020, women start asking different kinds of questions. Women start saying, do I want to miss the milestone that my kids are going through? Women start saying, am I still going to get paid less than my male counterparts? Women start saying, do I want to be stuck in this toxic environment? So deep spiritual questions about their life and what they want to create. And when that happens, women are saying, but am I qualified? Do I have what it takes? And I'm saying this is the best time because we're going to show you how to take your pain, your past, your skills, and everything you've gone through and package it so you can charge money for it. And so this is the time. So what we do is we're saying, I'm helping people to get certified to coach women entrepreneurs. And when these women are rushing through the doors, you're on the other side of the bridge saying, I'm over here, I can help you. I've got all the tools, all the techniques, all the scripts to help a woman be coached. And that's what we're going to teach them. Awesome. So it's the same as me saying, if we were in January of 2020 and I said to you, Mubarakah, you should buy Zoom stock, that's what I'm telling you. Women who are listening to this is you buying Zoom stock, girlfriend.
Way in advance before it blows up, right? Right? Don't go buy Skype, buy Zoom. Skype had a problem with their marketing.
I know.
I think that what's so great about what you teach and the way that you teach it is that you have such a compelling story of going from a welfare mom to an entrepreneur. If you had to give anybody advice on what's the one thing that took you from point A, or as the new memes say, how it started to how it's going, right? What would be that one thing from welfare mom to global influencer?
Oh my God. You are so up to date with all of these memes and stuff, girl. So up to date. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what that one thing is, and that's going to be the topic of my new book. The one thing, And this is what women go through. And I know when I tell you this, you're going to be like, I know, I see it all the time. It's to get out of my own way. Okay. It's for me because for so long, I actually believed what other people told me. I believed the abuse. I believe I wasn't worthy. I believe I wasn't good enough. I believe that I didn't bring value because I only gave birth 5 times and breastfed. These lies were told to us and told to me. So I had to work 99% of my time on my mindset, Mubarakah, that I was actually worthy. I was actually, I had the ability to make a difference. For 21 years, I heard, listen, just shut up and sit there because I married you for your beauty. Nothing you say will benefit anyone. So I had to reteach myself that every time I opened my mouth, someone would benefit. So when I look at that woman out there, I'm like, that's what you need to do. Tactics and strategy might be 1, 2, 3, 4% of the game. But if you work on your mindset and get out of your own way, you will be unstoppable.
Absolutely. You know, what's so interesting about that, if I can just put my little 2 cents in there, is that I think that a lot of people think like working on mindset is just telling myself every morning, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. But it's so interesting when you have that mindset that there are probably people in your life that was telling you that you were wonderful, but that negativity overshadowed that. And so the true work on mindset, which I'm sure you do as a coach, is teaching people how to not allow that negativity, because just because you start believing the positive, believing what's possible, doesn't mean the negativity is going to go away. The haters will always be.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that mindset work, which is going to be so important for people when they join your program, is really about how do you amplify the positive and you really minimize the negative. And I think that that's
so true. It is so true. I mean, I hire a new coach every year, and the moment my coach says, Fatima, you should double your price investment, oh my God, all my negativity shows up. Okay, so it's like every time you up your game, something's going to show up. And yes, we're going to turn down the volume on the negativity, amplify and raise the volume and saying, I know I can do this. I know I'm meant to be here. But yes, Mubarakah, every time we up our game, it's still there.
Yes, yes, you're going to always get the haters, But that means that you're actually saying something that people are going to listen to. That's one of the things that I find. So tell me one more time about the Command the Business, your Command the Business workshop. Tell me one more time. It is going to be 5 days. When is the start?
December the 7th.
Okay.
And you get a chance to be inside of the tribe. You'll get all the content. You'll get the workbook, because we have a workbook so you can take all this homework. We have prizes inside of it. We've got, the energy is through the roof, and you're going to get everything you need to go out there and go implement it. And then we want you to send us an email saying, hey, you know what? I did this. I did that. You know, this is about legacy creation, and a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. That's why we call it Command Your Business Like a Queen. Queens share and care and give, and we're generous with each other. And so come over, join it, go to likeaqueenworkshop.com. You'll also have a chance to get on a private Zoom call with me. We'll have bonus sessions.
So that's what I was going to ask. So just to clarify, are you going to personally coach us?
I will be personally showing up every single day, 12 noon, and bringing it.
Awesome.
Every day will be new content, and it's like building a house. The foundation will be laid on the Monday, and we'll grow and grow and grow. And we give prizes for people that do their homework. Like, we are just bringing it. Money, you know, there's community managers in there who will help you find everything. You are fully supported, and we are so over the top excited about it.
Awesome. That sounds like an awesome workshop. I might go and put my name in there.
You might just want to do your name in there. And before we wrap up the call, I want you to tell us one more time about the MR40 method and what people get out of it and how they can find you.
Yep. So the MR40 method is a 40-day challenge for you to balance your hormones, lose belly fat, and to kickstart your healthy lifestyle. You are going to get a complete menu and meal plan, which also includes a vegetarian meal plan. You're going to get a workout calendar, workout videos. You get to join our private community on Facebook and WhatsApp. We have both, so whichever you prefer. And live Zoom coaching with me every single week for 12 weeks. During the month, speaking of mindset, during the month of December, I'm actually doing some mindset coaching for members of the tribe. And then our next challenge starts January 3rd. So like you said,
Mubarakah, we just lost your voice.
mindset coaching.
Okay, you're back.
Okay, so like you said, mindset is the foundation of any successful program. And so we start off with mindset and goal setting, and then we are going to jump into the challenge. But if you choose to start your challenge early, then you have immediate access to everything. All you have to do is go to MR40Method.com. And if you go before midnight on November 30th, so the end of Cyber Monday, you will actually get 2 for 1. It is a BOGO weekend special.
That's awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for your time, Mubarakah. You're such a wealth of information. I love you as a businesswoman, as a coach, and a mom, and a sister, and a friend. And I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you. This was awesome. Hopefully we can do it again soon.
We will.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.